The Federal Reserve just raised interest rates again as of yesterday at the time of this recording, making it the highest Fed fund rate we've seen in over 10, maybe even over 15 years now. Most of us as wealth building pioneers are on the other side of these rate hikes because we're constantly chasing down and acquiring debt. So that means our credit card limits, credit card interest rates, lines of credit, fixed rate loans, even buying real estate, buying a car, all of these things. We're on the other side of the Federal Reserve's battle against inflation. This Navy Federal Pledge Loan hack is going to put you back in the driver's seat, at least in this one instance, help you combat the cost of the pledge loan, and actually put some money in your pocket in the process. So the Navy Federal Pledge Loan hack that has been promoted for the last few years now is basically where you get in with Navy Federal, you exercise their savings or CD secured loan, usually savings secured loan. You put in a certain amount of money, the minimum's $250, I believe it goes up to $100,000. And you basically let that money go into another deposit account with Navy Federal. And after maybe 1 or 2 months of that loan reporting, you pay it down about 90-95%, get that money back, and then pay that minimum, payment that's left out for the rest of the duration of the term of the pledge loan, meaning that it could be a 2, 3, 4, or 5-year pledge loan term. You're going to take that remaining 5 to 10% left that you didn't pay off and pay it out over time. Pretty much everybody who is familiar with this strategy knows how that goes. The strategy I'm about to train you on to teach you is going to implement that strategy and put it a little bit on steroids. So when you get in with Navy Federal, or if you're existing with Navy Federal, you want to exercise this exact same strategy. You're going to boost your internal score through the roof. You're going to also build your credit out in the intermediate to long term, maybe even in the short term. And with this strategy, you're also going to be negating the interest costs of the pledge loan, which nobody really talks about because it's a very low cost. But at the end of the day, it is still an interest cost. And you're going to possibly put some money in your pocket, depending on how much you use in this pledge loan strategy and the interest rate that you're earning. So what you're going to do is exercise the savings secured Navy Federal Pledge Loan. You're going to put in whatever amount you can afford to put in. You want to leave some wiggle room to go into the deposit account that you're going to make payments on this loan, for. And I'm going to explain that in a second. So you're going to do the maximum you can afford to do. Instead of paying, when you get this money deposited, let's just say you open a checking account or an additional savings, right? You're going to you'll put your money in, do the savings secure loan in one account. When they get you get the other account open, they're going to put the money in that account. Instead of taking that money and immediately within the first month or the second month, paying off the balance of that loan down 90-95%, what you're going to do is take that money and go into the highest yielding CD term available with Navy Federal. At the time of this recording, it's about 4.85 on one of their CD terms that they have available, almost 5%. Most of you who are familiar know that the shared secured Navy Federal Pledge Loan is about 2% or 2.25, roughly. Do your research and make sure that that's accurate by the time you catch this recording. But if that's the case, there's nearly a 2+% spread on the deposit side in your favor. So instead of paying that loan off, now mind you, obviously, you're going to be carrying the balance of that debt on your credit report for X amount of months based on the the term of that CD that you're going to get into. So if it's a 9-month or 1 year, that means instead of paying off 90-95% of that balance, it will be, still reporting on your credit report. This could have a mixed effect on your report depending on your report. But again, stick with me for a second. You're gonna take that money. Let's just say it's $10,000. You did the pledge loan for $10,000. They put the $10,000 in that other account. You're gonna open a CD at the highest interest rate, best term, with that same $10,000 that they gave you instead of paying off the existing loan. You're gonna get that 4.85 or whatever percentage rate that top rate is, while only having to pay 2.25 on the pledge loan. Once the CD is up, you can gauge the rates at that time. Maybe the Federal Reserve is still raising or have kept them flat and rates are still higher on the deposit side than you're paying on that. And if you don't need that money and it's not hurting your credit score at that time, continue it. But if not, come out of it, pay the loan off still, still use the hack, pay it down 90-95%, remaining term on the loan. You pay that extra 5 or 10% down over time, get that credit building, you get the internal score building, but now you've negated the interest of the pledge loan and possibly walked away with cash in your pocket. I hope this is making sense. The spread on the deposit account, because of the Federal Reserve's rate hikes, is actually higher than the debt costs or the interest costs of the pledge loan. That means you not only can negate the cost of the pledge loan, but you can walk away with cash in your pocket. It's a powerful strategy. Massive internal score builder, because now you're not just using a pledge loan hack, which is powerful in itself to build that internal score, but you're also exercising the deposit side while keeping all of that money, in essence, $20,000 in Navy Federal. For this example, of course, whatever amount you use is what you use. I use $10,000 in this example. All of that staying inside of Navy Federal, working in their favor. They're still getting interest on the loan while also be able to take your money and lend it out to somebody else while you're getting a positive arbitrage on your money. Absolutely powerful strategy, all due to the Federal Reserve's interest rate hikes. This is how you get on the other side of it. I want you guys to comment down below if you're thinking about doing a pledge loan in the near future. I talked to my peer over at the Credit Cousin YouTube channel who was just talking about doing a 5-figure pledge loan hack. If you're catching this, this is for you as well. You can put that money in, do the pledge loan, jump into a CD instead of paying down that term, get a positive arbitrage on your money, and still exercise the Navy Federal pledge loan hack at its maximum. Comment down below if you plan on using this strategy at Navy Federal or any other credit union that allows you to use a savings share secured with a high yielding CD. Other than that, I want you to drop your questions down below. If you need me to explain this further, I will respond in the comments. To all my pioneers, welcome back. To my new viewers, welcome in. If you want to learn more about me and the channel, start in the links in the description below and work your way to the About section of the channel. Of course, subscribe and like so you can continue to get quality content like this. Other than that, I want y'all to stay focused. Stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon. This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity Network, a channel dedicated to helping you increase your net worth through relationship banking, maximizing your borrowing capacity, the proper use of life insurance, and the ownership of real estate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading content on a daily basis to help you customize your blueprint for prosperity.